Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Olympia Soiree. I petted you! Beast. What? You're mean, just let me pet you. Talking to the bird, I'm sorry. I'll give you kisses because I love you. Anyway, I'm finally here. We were just about to make it to the Blue District after being accosted by Kanan and his sexy snake friend. Not Snape friend, snake friend. Nagusa he has a snaky name. And he's like jade, so he's kind of snake colored, but he's pretty. He's probably shady if he's friends with Kanan, though, to be real. So, anyway. Now that I think about it, Riku is probably at Kunano right now. No, we're going to run into him. Come on. I'd better get the letter delivered as soon as I can. Number 50, which means that must be number 52. I stood in front of the address written in fine script on the envelope and proceeded to knock on the door. Is anybody home? No one was answering. Maybe she's not home. Or maybe she didn't hear me. Hello? I couldn't hear anything from inside. Anxious, I took a careful look around the house. That's strange. This should be the place, but it doesn't look like anyone lives here. Oh, she died, didn't she? The structure was intact, but the door looked dusty. There were weeds growing out of the pavement. He said he hasn't seen his mother for over a year. So maybe she's moved since then. I'm glad that's what you thought. Maybe I can ask someone. I told you. Olympia, what are you doing here? Oh, Riku, perfect timing. This is number 52, right? Do you know if Aone lives here? Aone? Riku's face became tense. She's the one that we were getting funeral rites to, probably. Yeah. Yeah, she's dead. This poor woman's dead. Is there a problem? You are delivering a letter. I'm afraid about a month ago, Aone passed away from Haku. Passed away? I instinctively repeated his words quietly. The house will be burned down soon. What? But I came here with a letter from her son, Aohito. It's too late. I gazed helplessly at the empty house and Riku. And I know it's untoward of me to ask much more, but could you advise me of my mother's state when you return? Ohito, we're going to take this letter that you wrote to your mom, and we're going to go find a little bowl, and we're going to burn the letter so that all your thoughts will filter up into the ether, into the afterlife, and reach her. Okay? We're going to do this. Or you're going to read the letter to her, and then we're going to burn it so that it goes to the heavens to be with her. It's okay. She'll get your letter. One way or another. His mother had passed away from Haku. What should I say to Aohito? Oh, if it isn't Lord Riku and Lady Olympia! What brings you two here? She came to deliver a letter from Yomi to the woman who used to live there. Yomi? Is it from Aohito? Oh, it's a dude. Okay, of course it is. The man's eyes widened, then his shoulders fell. I see. So Aohito is faring well down there. Could you wait just a moment? He opened the door to the now empty home and went inside. A short while later, he emerged with an old pocket watch. Can you please give this to Aohito? You can let him know that she was given a proper funeral. The pocket watch had a bluish glass cover with silver dusted across the top. This hole will be demolished and burned soon. It's common practice to purify everything that has been in contact with Haku by fire. But I am sure Lord Hiroko will forgive me for bringing out this one piece. I hesitated taking the watch from him. Should I really hold on to something so important? Please tell him to live a strong life, in Aone's place. Thank you. I wasn't able to deliver the letter. I suppose these things happen. As I placed the pocket watch carefully inside my bag, Riku began to speak. Are you going to take that to Aohito now? Yes. I was heading back to Kanado. And do you mind if I escort you? Not at all. My mother is dead? I gave him the envelope and the pocket watch. Aohito's hands shook as he held them. I see. I suppose one is not informed here about the deaths in one's family. Could you imagine? just like wondering. But the thing is you're never going to see your family again. So like, you basically just go down here and assume everyone in your family's dead. And then everyone in your family has to act like you're dead, even though they know you're alive. But then they're secretly hoping, I hope you're doing well down there. Why should I be surprised? I am in Yomi after all. His forced smile was accompanied by tears in his eyes. No. I could only stand there, unable to say anything. Man, we're the messenger of bad shit right now. Haku. I'm so sorry I couldn't be of any help. What? Nonsense. You sent word to my mother just as you said you would. Lord Riku, what brings you here? I've respected the rules since my arrival. I recall you were sent here for treason. Yes, that's correct. I appealed to the military to abolish executions, but they threatened me with execution instead. That was when I lost control of my temper and struck the soldier. Aww. Good for you! We're like, good for you! Riku's like, huh? Shh! What? Please do not concern yourself, Lord Riku. You're not at fault. This is the way the islands run. And I happen to be powerless, that's all. Aohito gripped the pocket watch tightly. But if there's still hope, Lord Riku, when you become leader, please reconsider our stance on executions. And that's the important thing, because when Domo was like, Jigen and I are totally against it, but Shura's totally for it, and it's like, yeah, but she ain't gonna be around. I'm just saying. We got an ace over here. I lack power, so my appeals will not be heard. But if you become leader... Riku didn't say a word. His beautiful blue eyes were wide open, but I didn't know where they were looking. No, I suppose I'm only troubling you by saying so. At night I dream of the beautiful blue roof tiles. Roof tiles? A distinctive element of buildings on Tengu Island. They are made of natural materials, often fired into ceramic and vary in design and color depending on the district. Please take care of the blue and its land. Now I should be going. He tucked the watch into his pocket and left. Riku and I simply stood there, watching Aohito's back move further away from us. Aohito tried to make a statement to abolish executions, but was indicted for treason. That's because he got mad and punched a cop, basically. Like, you're gonna expect you're gonna spend a night in jail for punching a cop, but not like, that's treason and you're sent down here forever. That's a bit much, but yeah, this island is kind of fucked up, so I guess it isn't easy to bring about change. I let out a deep sigh when... I'm sorry. That must have been rather painful. What do you mean? It must have been difficult for you to deliver this news. His calm eyes made me hold my breath. But I'm sure Aone's soul can rest in peace now. On behalf of the Blue, I thank you. I didn't do anything deserving of thanks. I love you. What? Nothing? To be honest, I was sad and frustrated. My heart was filled with pain from being unable to deliver the letter. But your words saved me. I feel as though I failed, Aohito. But it wasn't your fault. That may be so, but... He looked down with a confused expression. This man is just contemplating everything about his life lately. We roll out of Doma's house, and this whole man's world has been thrown off kilter. Riku is both from the Blue and the military. He must feel responsible for Aohito's situation. Of course, I couldn't read Riku's mind, but I could tell he was suffering from some kind of internal conflict. No, it's no use thinking about that now. That's right. When you came to the Blue District, did you see the new school being built? I didn't notice. Where's it being built? Elder sister is building it on the grounds near her estate. It will be the first school for girls on the island. Okay, see, like, and then she does shit like this, and you're like, this bitch, actually, what did we say before? Well, girls don't get to go to school? See, okay, bravo, Shura. You may be a little bit behind the times, but alright, I see it's sort of, like, you know, girl, we need a woman on our side. You should be abolishing this and be like, love who you want. I'm just saying. Especially because it's not like she's got Batsu or anything, so hi, it's not like everybody in the blue is that special. I'm not a blue and I got that power. What's his face? Himuka doesn't have has the fucking power and he ain't a blue. I'm just saying. You know. Didn't they even say there's other people who aren't blue that have that power too? So it's like, it's not even like you should be like, okay, it's a rare power anyway. And if blue is mingling with other people, maybe the powers will spread out more. You know what I mean? I thought it would be of interest to you. If you'd like, you can send Elder Sister a request for enrollment. That does sound interesting. I'll write a request to her tonight. Not what I thought I'll write a request tonight in the guide meant. When it was like all this, I was like, oh, maybe it's, you know... He was going to be like, can I go lay flowers on... I mean, obviously your mom's now part of the shrine. Oh my god, that poor man. Do you think he's like a prisoner, so he's probably working on the shrine thing, right? On Femur Bridge. So, like, he's, like, helping, putting the show in there, not really. You could have actually held your mom in your hands! Think of it that way. Did you touch any blue show while you were I bet that was your mom! Did that make it better or worse? You put your mom into Femur Bridge. How does that feel? Pretty fucking awkward. Because it sounds awkward just saying it. Anyway, but I really thought it was going to be like a request, especially when he said like, I wanted to abolish the executions. I was like, maybe he's going to ask us to write a request about that. That's just what I assumed, but... You should. I'm sure Elder Sister will be pleased to see a request from you. Despite my interest, something was bothering me. Speaking of Elder Sister... There is a rumor that Lord Riku is Elder Sister Shura's lover. I can't believe I'm remembering that again. I can't believe you don't remember that if he can't get married or be impure before he's 30, then that also means he can't be her lover. Girl. I was sure it was only a crude joke by Kanon, but it was clear that Riku respected Elder Sister. I wonder how Elder Sister sees me. She had never scolded me or discriminated against my color before, but I didn't feel she necessarily liked me either. There's not a lot of women on this island, though, I just get the point. Like, we've met a couple of them, but, like, we tend to meet, like... 90% men. I'm just saying she doesn't like us because she's like, huh, there's like 8 women on this island. Or am I just being too pessimistic? In any case, her plans for the school do sound interesting, so I should get in touch with her. We got a lot of maids and stuff like that, but she's like the only woman in power, and then we roll out like, we're like the woman of light, and we've got like power that she doesn't know about, but like we're the special, so she's like, fuck this. I'm just saying, we kind of like... We sort of competition. But not really. But, like, I just feel like she kind of is like, this bitch. I tried my best to encourage myself. I feel like she doesn't like us. She's always kind of been nice, but in a maybe sort of shady way. Like, you know, like, Jigen is, like, really nice and sweet, but I don't trust him. Because, again... He's the nice next-door hippie that's going to carve you up in his basement. You didn't see it coming. She seems a little like, oh, well. Oh. Like the rich society woman who's nice to your face and then, like, talk smack behind your back. Oh, bless your heart. Excuse me, bitch? And then Doma's, like, actually, like, the raging asshole who's probably actually a decent human being inside. Which is weird. Like... The masks they wear. I try my best to encourage myself. Someone like you shouldn't hang around here. Hayuri. This snot-nosed little brat. I bet you're here so you can feel sorry for us and pretend you're a good person. Hayuri, you shouldn't talk like that. Lady Olympia, is that blue guy your new man? So Doma's too old to get it up, huh? Should have known you'd find a new boy toy, you whore. Whoa, 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 whoa. Several things wrong with what you just said. We don't know if Doma could get it up or not, but I'm sure he's just fine. He's not that fucking old. I say this as an old person, and like, Doma's not that fucking old. Jesus Christ. But also, hi, she might have some standards. I don't, clearly. Because I love Doma. This game, everyone was like, you could date anyone in this game. I might actually marry Doma just to see what the fuck that was about. I don't know. Sometimes you just want to be in on the train wreck, I guess. I don't know. Breathe. He's just a child. Yeah, there's probably laws against slapping kids, but then again, he's a Yomi brat, so might be okay. His little freaking outfit's so cute, though. Little twat. And do not say another word. You're Riku of the Blue, the Tamagome guy. Indeed. You know, I hate that ghost-looking girl there, but I hate you even more. Okay, Riku, you can bitch slap him. Cool. I wouldn't mind killing you right now. Hayuri! You've lived in that fancy blue manor without any problems at all, and now you're gonna be leader, right? Mock me as much as you like, but I'll not allow you to treat her the same way. Man, you really piss me off, especially with that holier-than-thou attitude of yours. This kid is so angry. You expect everyone down here to be this angry, but they're all like, this is my lot in life, and he's like, I'm gonna kill everyone! He is all the rage. Every single person that gets mad, I'm so pissed off. All of a sudden they roll into Yomi and they're like, I guess it's not that bad because all the rage gets sucked out of us and shoved into this little bitch. He's so mad. Hayuri, stop it already. Hayuri is literally the representation of Little Bird. Hey, you need to find a character that's just like you. You're just literally a tiny little bird full of rage. You're just like a feather ball of rage. He's actually been a lot better. Because, have you heard him scream anytime? Once or twice in this whole game? Yeah. He's over there talking to himself right now. But he's still an angry bird. Like, sometimes he bites hard still sometimes. He's getting better, but he's still an angry bird. He's a very angry little bird. This is basically, he's kind of like a bluish turquoisey color. He's got, like, light blue and, like, blue-gray and a little bit of the blue-violet-y kind of color. He's lots of pretty blues, but, this is him. This is Tiny Terror. This is Tiny Terror, is Hayuri. It's you! Somebody made a character about you. Shocking. And Daifuku would be you, Neelix. The gluttonous roly-poly mouse would be you. Anyway, Hayuri, stop it already! I couldn't hold myself back any longer. Just punch him. Just deck him. Punch the kid. Go on and punch the kid. It's like Kiss the Girl in Little Mermaid, but it's punch the kid. I'm just saying. But there was something strange about this. Hayuri seemed to bear tremendous hatred toward Riku. Okay. Theory. Wait. Lady Shorta, right? Elder sister Shorta, whatever. Shorta had a child, right? Did they say she had a child but it died? Or maybe did they say she never had kids? I don't know. But, like, her husband died. But I wonder if she did, and she was just like, maybe Hayuri is her son. But he came out turquoise. Because look at him, right? He's just turquoise. He's not blue. He's a secondary color. But why the fuck, because he's not a criminal, because he doesn't have a mark on him, he was sent down here. Everyone else that's down here, like our little buddy, cute little kid, what's his face? Well, I don't remember his name. We met him like once. But he had like a little tuft of red hair, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue in his hair. His eyes were blue and green. Like he was like, oh! He was the little rainbow child, and that's why they threw him down here, right? Because they throw down people who were like, quote unquote. Like, if Riku was born with a little stripe of pink in his hair, they would have been like, ah! And thrown him away, okay? But if you were a Lady Shorta, right? Or, sorry, Elder Sister Shorta. And you had a child, and that child was turquoise and not blue, I could see them throwing him away. You know what I mean? Because there was some reason that this kid exists down here, and then he's in Riku's route, and why he hates Riku so much. I feel like you're of the blue, and you got thrown away. Maybe Riku's your older brother. Nah, Riku would remember having a younger brother. Anyway, Hayuri seemed to bear tremendous hatred toward Riku. I think he's Shorta's son. Was it only because of the color class system? Hayuri, was it? And just remember that the words you use to curse others will end up consuming you far worse. You're still too young. Forget about cursing others. Like I'd listen to you, idiot! All of us down here in Yomi were cursed from the day we were born because of you surface dwellers. You call us hideous and treat us like shit, and you're telling me not to curse others? Because that's the thing, like, Hayuri had to have been born to a group, to a family that didn't want turquoise, but, like, even what's-his-face, Kaina, was born to an orange mother, and was like, but because they were higher up, was like, okay, traded with basically someone in the yellow, took him in. Otherwise, he probably would have been sent down here too. You know what I mean? But because it's weird. Because it's always like, oh, so what happens, like we asked, okay, if a blue and a yellow, it's like, oh, they might have a blue child, a yellow child, or a green one. Well, are they going to throw their green child out? Because they're not like them? It's still a pure color. You know what I mean? Oh, sure, the brown child, like, tossing them out. 50% chance that you're throwing your kid out. You're literally going to throw the baby with the bathwater. Like, that's some fucked up shit. But are you telling me that then, like, there's still actually even on an 80% chance that you're going to throw out your kid because you would get rid of your green child? And there's only a 20% chance you're going to keep a kid because it's going to be blue or yellow? So Hayuri being tossed out makes no sense if he was, like, in any other class aside from you're the leader of the blue and your child is turquoise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes so much sense. And if he's anyone else's child, it's like, well, then your parents were dicks, but it makes no sense where any other parent, you know, if Shura was blue and her husband was blue and then they have a turquoise child, it's like, you know what I mean? That made so much sense, but anyway. You really are lucky, Riku with the blue. You have the power of yours as primary, and on top of that, you're protected by that royal strumpet. You just want to take pity on all the poor, sad folks down here and feel better about yourself. Or he's just angry about the blue for some reason. I don't know, but I feel like that would be a very good reason for him to be so angry. Riku's brow furrowed, but he looked down as if to conceal it. That's right. I heard you're the fancy blue lady's lover. You know he's sleeping with this one too. You're both concubines, so I bet it's fun. Allow me to correct you. She is not Doma's lover, nor my elder sister's lover. Sure, whatever you say. And you're like, thank God for Hayuri, because I needed to hear that. It is true the people of the surface have cursed Yomi. There's no doubt about that. Even so, I still do not want to see you cursing others. Huh? Hayuri stepped back in surprise. It's rather strange that I should say so. You know, forget what I said. What the hell? Of course I'm gonna forget what you said! There you are! Hey, Riku! Oh, hey, Riku! Tch, another soldier! So long, suckers! This kid would fucking sell my organs on the black market. As Hayuri ran away, a uniformed member of the military arrived. Riku, there you are! I was expecting you at Kunado by now! I'm sorry. I'd intended on arriving on time, but... No, you aren't late or anything, it's just I've been summoned to headquarters. I heard you went down to Yomi, so I came to find you. I see. I'll head back right now. And by the way, Riku, why are you with Lady Olympia? You may have heard that she has begun a delivery service. She was delivering a letter from the Blue, so I was just escorting her. I see. That's a relief. Relief? He then turned to me quickly. I heard you were looking for a husband, Lady Olympia. May I suggest myself? He's like, oh, that's a relief. Hey, so about that husband thing. Hey, write my name on the form. This is like a dance card at a fucking fancy old-fashioned ball. What? How rude of me. I'm Wakasa of the Green. I've admired you for some time now. Oh, I see. Hey, you're still on duty. It's fine, there's no one around. And that's not the point. I like how thank you for wingmanning us. But the funny thing is we are looking for a husband. So technically, some guy coming up, hey, I'd like to put my name into the running. Okay, sure. Before he says anything, Riku's like, back the fuck off. And like, hey, what if I was okay with this? Like, I mean, it is weird, but like, we are looking for a husband. So like, of course people are going to be throwing their names into our pot, right? Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Like, okay, it's the Goblet of Fire, put your names in. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, Riku is just, like, this is obviously, he doesn't want people to, like, line up to be her husband because he's in love with us. It's so cute. I love it. I'm assuming many have already asked for your hand in marriage. But now that we've had the good fortune of exchanging words, would you please consider me as one of your friends? Friends? Wakasa, watch yourself. My role is to look for a husband. But... That's right. You're my friend. Yes, a friend. You're not my lover or some indecent woman. I don't know anything about Wakasa aside from the fact that he's a soldier. But if I learn more about him, I wonder if love would end up growing between us. He doesn't even have a sprite, so I'm gonna go with no. I wanted to know how one should love another. Or have you already decided who'll be your husband? Huh? Oh, well... That's enough. You're still on duty, aren't you? No personal exchanges are permitted. We're supposed to be role models to the people. Ah, come on! You really are too serious. You better not try to get a head start yourself. As though I would. She is just a good friend. Oh, I just remembered I need to do something, so I'll see you later. Hey. I knew it. We're only friends. I knew it, but why do I feel so lonely now? I'm so selfish. I held back the tears as I ran straight to the bathhouse. See, it's kind of like... This is one of those situations where it's like, it's the hardest thing to do to just tell someone how you feel. It's like, I'm all talk, no action, because there's no way I would ever do that, because she, like, she knows, we're just friends, but there's a point where you've just got to be like, look, I like you, and I wish we could be more than friends, but I know you can't get married, but I just want to tell you that this is how I feel. Can we just... But there's no chance, right? And he'd be like, I love you. And you'd be like, okay. Or he'd be like, yeah, no chance. And you're like, okay, let's go back to being friends. I'm going to forget that I have feelings for you, and I'm going to go marry someone else. Okay, bye. But you know what I mean? It's that self-doubt. It's the not knowing. That's what eats you alive. So you've just got to get it out. Or just don't talk to people. Ever. I don't know. See? Everything was fine before you left Doma's house. Something happened. Yosuke, I have a favor to ask. Please introduce me to someone who'd be a suitable match. I see my fortune-telling was unhelpful to you. Seeing his concern, I felt guilty. No, it's my fault. It was naive of me to look for a husband on my own when I didn't know what I was doing. I knew this was a rash decision. But I can't contain the pain in my heart much longer. I feel like Yosuke should be like, maybe you should get over the love you have for Riku before I set you up on a date. Nobody likes to be the rebound. We get a lot of customers here, right? There must be at least one person who would be willing. Well, I'd say there are enough willing suitors to fill the entire ocean. But is there no man you care about in the slightest? Not anymore. Understood. Leave it all to me. I will find you the perfect husband. Thank you very much. And now then, how about a cup of tea to calm your mind? I also have prepared some freshly steamed peach dumplings. That sounds good. And he never apologized. Like, I realize, like, Yosuke, he's gonna be up to something. Are you sure you're all right with helping me clean the windows, Lady Olympia? Don't worry, I just want to do something right now. I ate so many peach dumplings that I need some exercise. So, where should I start? Can you start from over there? I'll start from the other side and we can meet in the middle. Yes, I need to do something. Anything. I can't let a broken heart get in my way. Meanwhile, Riku's standing at the gate just waiting for you to go back so he can be like, hey, wait! And then you just never do. I mean, I was the one who got carried away. Say, Camellia, is that tree in the garden cherry tree? Yes, it is! It's our famous cherry tree! It stays in bloom all year long! In bloom all year? I guess it's not only the amaryllises, then. I stared at the cherry blossoms through the window glass. That would be amazing. Seeing it up close must look like a dream. And by the way, how's your husband search going? Are you alright? I'm fine. I was just looking at something. I stared hard at the window to try and keep myself from looking at Camellia. I decided to leave the search to Yasuga for now. But you can choose whoever you want, right? Well, yes, but what are you going to do if Yasuga brings you someone you don't like? It'll be fine. I'm sure Yasuga will introduce me to someone really nice. He's going to introduce you to all the wrong people just so you're like, but I want someone like Riku. And he's going to be like, then why don't you just marry Riku, dumbass? Huh? I was so pathetic. I couldn't seem to think properly. Each time I tried, the only thing that came to mind was... There you are. The game bamboozled me for a second. Because, like, the only thing that came to mind was, and you're like, Riku, obviously. And then, like, all of a sudden he appears, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I expected a flashback, not a mirage of him here. Oh, no, he's really here. Shit, game. Wow. This had to be a vision. I'd never seen him here before. I must be losing my mind. You know what you need to do? Get sick or drunk. Because always in games, like, if you're drunk or you're sick, that's always when you're like, you're so beautiful. I know you're not real. If you were real, I'd tell you how much I love you. And then, you pass out, and then they're like, and you're like, wow, I had a really weird dream. And they're like, yeah, no, that was real. You confessed your love for me, and I love you too, so, like, it's cool. So, sometimes getting drunk or sick works. It's a good plot development device. Anyway. Had I never seen him here before? I must be losing... Oh, I had never seen him here before. I must be losing my mind. Do you realize how you responded to Wakasa? The vision was speaking to me again, and the vision looked very disgruntled. He's not a bad person, but you must be tough with him, or else he and the other men will only feel encouraged. What would you have done if he had really proposed to you? I felt the urge to throw the rag in my hand. This wasn't a vision. It was really him. Everyone else is like peeping around corners like, are they gonna finally just admit they love each other and kiss already or what? As though I would. She is just a good friend. Or we're gonna say something like that, Tim, and go running. At some point, she's gonna break. And I guess we're going to... Oh, God. I feel like this is bubbling. Yeah. Well, maybe we don't need sick or drunk. We just need to get so angry and distraught that we just... Why can't you just love me the way I love you? I love blah, blah, on and on and on. And then she runs away, and he's like, the fuck just happened? Anyway. I'm only his friend. He doesn't need to worry about me like this. I need to find a husband. But I need to find a husband. I need to find him within a year. That's right. I forgot. You do need to find a husband within a year. To preserve the white bloodline. Within a year, you'll choose your husband. See? This hurts him so much. Oh, this is so cute. Oh. Yes. Why did he go silent? Why did he look so hurt? It was uncalled for. What I said just now. Forgive me. I should be going. Not at all. Thank you for worrying about me. Camellia, I'll go wash the windows on the other side. I didn't want to cry in front of either of them. I grabbed the bucket and ran away. Now I know what's going on. I guess they don't see it themselves. They were arguing like lovers. Had they seen it that way, they would not have done so in front of you. Really? Lord Riku should just push her down. And there are plenty of rooms here for them. I fucking love Camellia. Oh, God, oh, girl, I did not expect that. I'm sure he would have if he could. She must be crying in that corridor by now. She did ask me to introduce her to suitable men. Lord Riku must have run down here as soon as his shift was over. Oh, when he arrived at the entrance, he looked so out of breath. I think he ran as fast as he could. Really? Then what was that all about? He should have just told her not to think of anyone else but him, and then embraced her in his arms. I love how Camellia is like, this is how romance is supposed to go, goddammit! Camellia is literally the embodiment of every single person who ever plays an Otome game and it's like, just kiss already! Why won't they just admit they love each other, goddammit? Why do we have to go through this angst? That may work in stories, but it's not so easy to do in real life. This is a story! Shh, don't tell them. So, what now? I can imagine the situation Riku must be in. It's important to preserve the power of Batsu. To add, there's that woman of the blue. Let us wait a while longer. We can always intervene, but they'll need to figure themselves out first. I hope my very first friend is able to find happiness. And I hope those two get together soon. Please watch over them, Lady Amaterasu. I love how everybody knows what's going on but us. It's so funny. And our friends are all like, so they're all in love with you? Yeah, it's okay. Because honestly, there's something so real about that too. Because, like, think of it. If you're inept like I am with, like, flirting and talking to people, you just talk to people, your friends, and, like, maybe you have a crush on someone and they have a crush on you, but you don't really know. And you're like, I mean, I kind of like that person, but, like, yeah, nothing's ever going to happen. And your friends are all just sitting there like, these fucking idiots not know what's happening. And everyone, no, they're too stupid to figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, then you get together and everyone's like, it's about goddamn time. And you're like, what? And they're like, you guys have been doing this dance for like a year. Just get married already. They're like, no, we knew it. The first time we saw you together, we knew you guys were going to get married. It's like, we're not stupid. You are. And you're like, well. I think this should be good enough for my enrollment request to Elder Sister. A school being built in the Blue District. Thinking of the word blue instinctively brought Riku to mind. But I still want to attend this new school. She's not going to be able to look at anything fucking blue ever again. This blue ribbon reminds me of Riku. The blue sky reminds me of Riku. Oh, that's what happens. I'll have my messenger take this tomorrow. Hime, are you done with your letter? It's time for you to go to bed, Daifuku. Why don't you sleep with me tonight? I can sleep with you, Hime? I don't want to sleep alone. Huh? Did something happen? Daifuku, my love was short-lived. Not that it was much of a love, to be honest. Hime, are you referring to Lord Riku? But I can't seem to let go of him. I rubbed Daifuku's tiny head as tears began to well up in my eyes. Oh my god, the mouse is gonna... I have a feeling... Because that story, like, the mouse, because he likes Riku, he's gonna just go bring him a flower and, like, lure him to us. Like, at the end. Like, when we finally admit our love to each other. My search for husband really isn't going as planned. Oh, no. Hime. I'm gonna get a little night air for a moment. You can go to sleep first if you're tired. Good birdie. Yeah, you're a good boy. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I'm trying, Mom, but Jesus. I just know the other half of your soul is out there, somewhere in this world. And don't worry. I'm sure you'll do well. You are your father's daughter. My mother was always smiling. I'm sorry, Mother. I don't think I can smile like you yet. After all, I'm just his friend. Friend zoned. Usually we friend zone people. We're getting friend zoned. God-given role. Please take this to Elder Sister Shura of the Blue. As you wish. I want to check on my deliveries for the day, but I don't want to pass through Kunado. I hope Riku isn't around. I kept repeating that to myself as I headed over. Don't be Wakasa, don't be Riku, don't be Wakasa, don't be Riku. There's Riku. Oh, he's so embarrassed. He's been standing there the whole day like that. Go through. Oh god. She's gonna get married in a year. Stay calm. Just be normal. Good morning, Olympia. Please, proceed. Good morning. It's a fine day today. If you don't mind, I'll just... It's like awkward after a really awkward first date where you're like, okay. I forced a smile onto my face when suddenly... Ah! woman came running toward the shrine gate.
Olympia, stand back. This could be dangerous.
Yes. From behind the woman came a number of soldiers chasing after her. A crowd began to form from the... Okay, wow, I saw form and from, and I was like, wait, what? A crowd began to form from the commotion. Spacey can't read. Help! Please help!
Riku, get her! She's a Hazushi!
What?
She slept with a man from the Jade. We need to capture and execute her.
At that moment, Riku and I looked at each other.
Riku, don't just stand there. Get her!
Right. He nodded but didn't move. Before long, the woman ran past Riku and toward the slope to Yomi.
Riku, what in the world are you doing? Hurry after her!
Riku turned his back on me and ran. But although he was in pursuit, it seemed as though he was the one looking for help. Let me go! Let me go! Riku seemed to run after her quite slowly. But with her stamina depleted, he somehow caught up and grabbed a hold of her. No, let me go! Help! I didn't do anything wrong!
Well done, Riku!
Yes, thank you.
I said let me go, you beast!
She twisted her body around desperately, trying to escape from Riku's grasp. The other soldiers caught up to them and immediately bound her with rope. Help! Someone! I couldn't help but turn my head away. I don't know if I should be looking at him now. I wanted to help her, but I couldn't move a finger, let alone speak. I didn't know what to do. No! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! I don't want to be executed!
Then you should have thought about that before you slept with someone above your station, bitch.
But, like, it's so sad. I thought the primary tier can only sleep with the primary and secondaries, but I thought the secondary tier was allowed to date the co-people. And if Jade is a secondary tier, right? I don't remember how this all works anymore, but I quickly tried to run after... Oh, no, maybe that's the pied tier. Not the Ko and Otsu. They're like the lowest forms of life or something. I don't really remember the tiering system, but it's fucked up anyway. I quickly tried to run after her, but the jostling crowd blocked my way as she was being led out by the soldiers. Before long, Riku was beckoned into a carriage by a man who appeared to be his superior. Riku...
Olympia, are you alright? Are you hurt?
I forgot Akaza's voice for a second. He hasn't been around in a while. Akaza and Kuroba came running up to me as I stood there next to the shrine gate in a stupor. I'm fine, but...
Looks like they've captured another Hazushi.
Akaza looked down the road. The carriage with Riku and the crying woman was no longer in sight. I feel bad for Riku because he was like, I don't want to do this. What have I done? I must have looked at Riku in a way that made him feel guilty. The two of them seemed to hold their breath. He did what he had to do as a soldier, but I think I looked at him accusingly. I just didn't know what to do. And they're both like, she's in love with him? Yeah, okay. Everybody knows except for us. Well, we know that we're in love with him. We don't know that he's in love, but everybody else knows. The carriage was far beyond the horizon now.
I see. It was him.
Riku didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't do anything wrong, but who was I even speaking to? Why was I trying to make excuses now? What should I do? I don't have the right to look down on Riku. I'm not a god, so I have no right whatsoever, but I could see the woman's frightened, crying face clearly in my mind, and my legs began to shake. Please, Akaza, Kuroba, help her! I just couldn't hold back anymore. I even wanted to chase after the carriage. I'll do anything to save her, so please, please help her!
I cannot make any promises. But I will check with them to make sure they have substantial evidence. We heard people talking at the plaza about the soldiers chasing after her, and this is around the time you pick up your letters, so we were worried.
That's right, the letterbox. But that aside, please do your best to save her. These poor men have been trying. I feel like I don't think Riku necessarily agrees with it either, but it's kind of like, and now he's like, I don't agree with it. Oh, fuck, I gotta wait, what? But, you know, you gotta do your job here. Like, Even after Akaza and Kuroba left, I still wasn't able to leave the spot where I stood. I need to do my deliveries, but I can't bring myself to walk to Yomi. No! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! I felt an inexplicable feeling of loss as I remembered her screams and Riku's face. Lady Olympia? Satsuki, you saw that, didn't you? Another person was captured. I know it's wrong to blame the military, but these incidents have been occurring much more frequently. I saw Yogi the other day, as he already left for the other island. Satsuki gave a small nod, then continued with a tearful smile. He used to be a vendor selling udon noodles at a food stall. Oh, I didn't know that. My love for the noodles he made eventually turned into my love for him. That's so cute. They fell in love over noodles. When I say it like this, I wonder if it sounds as though I love the noodles more than him. But they really were delicious. The broth was so flavorful and soothing. But the military began to watch us. And now he's fled to a remote island. I see. I don't wish to die. I want to live with him. But after seeing what just happened... Satsuki's shoulders were shaking. I wish I wasn't born into the red. I respect Lord Jiken, but if I had to be born into the Otsu class with Yogi, but if I had been, I wouldn't need to suffer like this. She belonged to the red, a primary color class. Others dreamed of being born into such fortune. Really? Because they were the cursed ones. I'm just saying. And yet, here she was, cursing her very color. They are the cursed blood and land. I mean, they got the short end of the stick. If I could disown my color, I'd do so without hesitation. I hate our color class system. You're like, I do too. And I'm the top. I can choose anything I want. Nothing is ever stopping me. I have all the rights in the world, more than anyone else. But I also think it's stupid. See, I mean, that's kind of nice, you know? As you can see, I am of the blue. It is my duty to preserve my color. It's his duty to do it, but there's something in his eyes that's just like, I've just rehearsed this so many times. Some try to protect and preserve their color, and others wish they could leave it all behind. Which is right? Which is wrong? I don't know that's something I don't know that's something I can decide. Was that woman from earlier really going to be executed for this? Satsuki, I don't have any other way to support you but through words. Please don't give up. Don't give up hope. Even if something doesn't change today, it might change tomorrow. That was what I wanted to believe. This world was so beautiful, yet terrifying. I've already asked my friends at the Kotowari to take care of the woman who was just captured. It may not save her in the end, but it's better than nothing, at least for now. I'm gonna go and see the elders. Will you be alright? I won't be bringing a weapon or anything. I'll just try to talk to them. Satsuki looked down in remorse. Right now I'm worried about you. I didn't intend on involving you to this extent. I made the choice to be involved. I better get going. See ya! And please be safe. Himika, I need your powers! Because, and we'd be like, you disagree with us? I will turn you into Batsu right fucking now. I got him. Right here, I brought a weapon. We also have our own weapon. I have kept you waiting, Olympia. I am so happy you came to see me. It is beautiful. I cannot read. It is a beautiful day. Let us have our discussion outside as we enjoy it. I initially thought she'd shoo me away, but I guess I thought wrong. But Shura and the leaders of the secondary classes do not agree. I had no time to think before coming. I only hailed a nearby fiacre from the wharf and came as soon as I could. I still love the fact that Doma's like, that's bullshit, you should love whoever the fuck you want. Doma? What? Who changed your cereal to Cheery Flakes? He got the Cheerios. Cheerio. What should I say to her? It wasn't as though I had planned this from the beginning. Hey! No! You don't scream like that. You chirp nice. We do not make ugly screaming noises for no reasons. No reasons you make that ugly screaming noise. You chirp nice to the birdies outside. Yes, like that. You chirp nice. I do not like your ugly screaming noise. You talk nice. It wasn't as though I had this plan from the beginning. What is it you wish to speak with me about? Is it the enrollment request that you sent this morning? Well, I really am looking forward to the school you're building, but that's not why I came here. I can't get her voice right. I don't know. Well, her, not me. I don't want to beat around the bush, so I should just be honest. I straightened my back and took a long, deep breath. I came to ask if you'd reconsider your stance on Hazushi executions. Oh, my. Her expression wasn't one of surprise. She merely smiled with her crimson lips. I'm not dismissing the color class system, but I believe the executions are far too extreme. Elder sister simply fanned herself and didn't say a word. I understand some kind of punishment is needed. If so, wouldn't working on the pillars serve enough as a form of punishment, or send them to Yomi, both of them, and then they could live happily? But you don't want them to, because then they'll breed. And it'll cause an uprising. I believe there are other ways of paying for one's crimes rather than death. Is that all you wish to say? Huh? Sweet Olympia, you do not understand how arrogant you are. From the perspective of one raised on Tenyo Island, what we do here may seem frightening. But this island has observed its customs for ages. What you're doing now is merely imposing your own values onto others. Isn't that what you're doing? By forcing people to not love each other? Her words froze me in place. I mean, she ain't wrong, but also, you're basically being a hypocrite right now. All Elder Sister was doing was smiling at me. You're free to think as you wish, but do not involve the people of Tengu Island in your selfishness. People in Tengu Island think you're being a selfish bitch. How could I be so stupid? The person in front of me stood on equal ground with Lord Jigen and Doma. What made me think I could change her mind? If we allow the Hazushi to run rampant, we'll lose the sanctity of our colors, rendering this island unsightly. Rainbows are prettier because of all the colors involved. If everything in the world was only blue, and there were no other colors, just shades of blue, it'd be a boring fucking place. I'm just saying, all the colors of the rainbow are amazing and beautiful, and they're so much prettier when they're mixed together. Not all together, because then they make brown, and they probably make a poop brown color, like a really ugly one, but like, okay, not every color is pretty. There gotta be some ugly colors, but, like, just saying. Mixing your colors can be fun, okay? We would lose the power of Batsu, and with it the means to send off souls in peace. I think we should turn her into Batsu. We should go over there and hold her hand and just, like, be like, no, we wouldn't, bitch. Is that what you want? Absolutely not. I was just... People still break the rules, despite the penalties being as heavy as executions. What do you think would happen if we lightened their sentences? She never raised her voice or lost her temper. She merely smiled at me gracefully with her fan in hand. By the way, Olympia, it seems you have become rather close to Riku recently. Oh, is she gonna threaten me? I suppose I can reconsider my stance if you promise never to go near him again. Elder sister? I'm only joking. I'll not involve the affairs of the Blue in decisions that impact the island. But it is high time that you grew up. You are a precious, precious daughter of the White. You must find a good husband and bear children as soon as possible. She is gonna send someone to assault me. Like this, I do not trust this bitch. I understand. If you and Riku are really in love with each other, I will allow it to happen. But should you contract Haku while you await his coming of age, the White bloodline may go extinct. That sounds like a threat! That sounds like a fucking threat! Riku cannot be your husband. I do not mean to torment you. Both you and Riku are important to me. I hope you understand that. I don't think you actually care. And I appreciate your request to enroll, but I cannot admit you into the school. Bitch! Huh? No, to be precise, you no longer require schooling. I don't require it? Please, can you reconsider? I want to learn with everyone else, too. I heard Doma assigned you a teacher and allows you to read all the books in his manor. But the women of this island do not have the same freedom as you did. We are told we didn't need knowledge. We were even told reading would prevent us from bearing children.
Well, this is a fucked up society! Okay, I'm sorry, but the more you hear about the crazy bullshit in this, do you not think Adoma's actually a decent human being? He's like, read whatever the fuck you want. I got you a teacher, read whatever the fuck you want. And he acted cold, and we were like, I don't trust you, I hate you, you lied to me. And then when this makes you feel even worse, I'm really sorry that I ruined your left hand because, my God, you're actually one of the few decent people on this island. Never saw that come. I was wrong. The game surprised me more. Wow, actually, Doma's a decent person. Underneath his pissed off, angry exterior. Man. Amazing.
What? The role given to the women of this island is to bear children. Gaining knowledge was thought to make us do foolish things. Just like you, Olympia. I couldn't immediately comprehend what elder sister just said to me. I only knew she was cutting me off. That much was clear. In the past, Jigen pressed Nintoku University to admit women of the island as students. But the male students disapproved of the concept and left one by one, thus denying his wish.
The thing is you'd think, okay, sure is doing the school for girls, but it's kind of like, you're in one of the highest up positions, and it's very funny what an odd stance you have. Women should be allowed to learn. Okay, good for you there. But we should kill people who don't love within their color classes. I mean, okay. It's just very weird that you're upholding certain very antiquated rules while wanting to abolish other ones.
Which is why I'm building a school only for women. But now that I've spoken with you, I'm beginning to think that was a mistake.
Why?
Because some may start wanting change to come to the island. You've met Aohito, yes? If he had not thought to abolish executions, he might have been with his mother in her final hour.
She's the most evil fucking bitch in this game, Jesus. All the evil, everything that you ever thought negative about Doma is this woman. He is like, we need to go hug him and be like, I'm so sorry. Just pet him on the head. And he's going to be like, what the fuck is happening? And you're like, I'm sorry for ever thinking you were a shady asshole. You're probably the nicest person here. Okay, he's not the nicest person, but all that you were like, he's probably evil. Even I mean, I love him, but he's probably an evil bastard, and I'm not sure I trust him. Nope, that's all her. Damn. She always seemed a little shady, though. I mean, so I'm not really surprised she's this evil.
My hands and legs started to shake. I took all my strength to continue to stand. Not exerting so much effort for change is one way to live a life of happiness. Olympia, do you desire additional hardships? She was smiling as she spoke, but deep inside her beautiful navy blue eyes there was a hint of something that lacked luster, a color that had been ravaged by despair.
That's just like sending out a ping to our boyfriend who's like, she doesn't agree with Shura, neither do
I don't agree with you. I'm sure there are many girls who want to learn. Isn't that the reason you decided to build a school for them? I may not be as wise as some, but I'm still grateful to have the knowledge I do. So please, don't say that it's a mistake to build a place to gain knowledge. What happened to Aohito is truly unfortunate. And I may be arrogant in wanting to bring about change, but I can't just turn a blind eye to things worth changing. Elder sister stared at me in silence. She's like, I will take you down, bitch. The blue was of the utmost importance to her. I knew she loved her color more than anything, which is why I didn't want to argue with her, but I would not be surprised if Hayuri is her fucking child. In any case, I have no intention of revisiting my stance in relation to executions. But please, can you reconsider even for a moment? I'll ask you again. Will you take responsibility if Batsu is lost for eternity? People of the blue are guardians of the precious power of Batsu and must protect it at all costs.
Well, then you give those people the choice. And then if that's their choice to be like, okay, I'm going to keep the power of Batsu alive and only marry blue, then, There's going to be people that are totally cool with the color class system. You know what I mean?
That is the role given to the blue.
But, you know, in the other, when half of the blue people leave, then it dwindles down, you know. You are going to muddy the colors, technically, the more generations go on, but...
Those branded as Hazushi seek to trample upon our sacred mission. And of course, it's not only the blue that wish to preserve their colors. In short, would you not agree that the Hazushi are willingly refusing the meaning of life on this island? Do you consider that the right thing to do? Are you really so foolish?
I couldn't say a single word in response.
Olympia, this is no different from your duty to preserve the white bloodline. I hope you'll understand. Akaza would be the perfect husband for you. Jigen will be pleased. You are close to him, no? The island will surely celebrate such a grand wedding. And now then, excuse me.
I feel so bad for Akaza. Everyone's throwing this poor man under the bus. She's like, no, I'm never going to marry him. And he's like, I just said, look, and everyone keeps saying, and then you're making you more mad at me. Damn it. I'm a good man. Poor fucking robot. I love him so much.
I had no chance of convincing her otherwise. As I watched her walk away, I felt disappointed in how powerless I was.
But I actually do love the way the romance in this is kind of done, because, like, yes, you have all the other boys and you like them all, but they're not, like, flirting with you. They're being your friends, but they're not, like, so overtly in your face, like, all the time, where you're like, I know you're supposed to love Riku, but, like, Yasuga's always here. It's like, he comes in, he does what he needs to, he's like, we gotta get these two together, and then, like, there is more of a, even though Riku's not there all the time, like, it's still, like, they're important people in your life, but the way they present them and your reactions and relationships with them are just like, we're bros. Totally in love with Riku, and it's like, I love Akaza. I love Yasuga. I absolutely do, but I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, they're cool, but, like, we're here for Riku. Like, the route's just so good that I'm like, I'm here for him, and I'm not like most other games where I'm like, it's okay, I love you, Akaza, you're my best. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, I see him and it's like, oh, it's like, I still feel for him and I still love the man, but like, we're here for Riku, motherfucker. Like, and maybe it's because like Riku is one of the ones that like eyeball appeals to me. Riku, Yasuga, and Akaza were like my top three. Like, I'm like, they're all kind of like, I like them all, but you know. So who knows when we go down one of the other routes if we're not going to be like, you go down Tokusata's route and you're not going to be like, I love everybody else but you, because like, I'm just not into him that much. You know what I mean? So who knows, but whatever.
Sweet Olympia, you do not understand how arrogant you are.
I don't think well, you would know. You're the most arrogant.
I lost the moment she said that. I didn't have any words to fight her logic. I'd love to say that it was just elder sister being mean, but I knew I lacked the knowledge to persuade her. I'm sorry, Satsuki. I want to do something to help you and Yogi, but I don't know what else I can do now. I'm sorry I can't be of any help. I began my departure from the Blue District on heavy feet.
And like Riku overheard everything and is like, God, I love you so much. Anyway, oh, it's like we're catching more of them. That's because more people are like, fuck the rules. We're gonna start an uprising. Let's go to Yomi and start an uprising. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here. We'll continue our deep desire for an uprising in the next part. So, and our secondary only to our deep desire to love Riku. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.